Yo. Welcome to an episode of Superkick Podcast. I'm your host, Ringside P. Hope you guys are enjoying this Labor Day weekend, a holiday weekend. You guys are out there barbecuing, living up, enjoying the weather. If the weather's nice where you guys are at. We got Smackdown to get into. WWE is in Berlin for the weekend. Well, I think, is it Monday too? I don't know if they're in there for Monday, but I know it's definitely for the weekend. They've been out there for like the whole week over in Europe. Smackdown Berlin. We got Bash of Berlin to cover. So we got both of those. Before we get started, make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, hit, smash, whatever you got to do to get these things up and popping for me. Check out the Reels, check out the Shorts, check out the TikTok, check out me on Spotify, check out the Superkick store, check out Tables, Ladders, and Bumps, all that good stuff that I got going on. Let's get into the show. We had LA Knight kick it off. The week before, he was talking about, hey, man, when we get out in Berlin, I'm doing a U.S. challenge, open challenge for anybody and who shows up when he's out there. And before we even get into who shows up, just gotta go over, man, just how it's on fire and that is, man. Like, the crowd just loves him. He gets the pop every time he comes out. Even in Berlin, with the U.S. title, he comes out, still gets big pops, right? Says, man, whoever wants a shot at this title, come on down. Who comes down? Germany's own Ludwig Kaiser comes down, holding the wrist like so, like he's checking his pulse. Comes on down, and to my surprise, which shouldn't be a surprise because he's in his home country, the crowd goes crazy. I feel like I've never heard a Ludwig Kaiser chant ever in my life since watching him on the main roster, and the aura was crazy. He got to be feeling like he's on top of the world out there. Everyone's cheering for him. The crowd is on fire. I feel like maybe this crowd might rival the crowd from France, just with the energy. Just uncontrollable, man. It's just like I feel like you can just feel it through the TV, right? Ludwig Kaiser comes out. He's spinning. They got the crowd in his seat talking about, man, I'm gonna win this title. I'm going to change it from the U.S. title to the European Championship, like back in the old days. I almost feel like they might do something like that. They need to do something like that just because WWE is back in a major way, especially with the PLEs overseas, all over the globe, So I think having a European Championship or some kind of other championship might help. But before you even do that, WWE, you need to drop those mid-card women championships. We need those like ASAP. But anyway, crowd going wild over there in Germany for Ludwig Kaiser. He loses. It's LA Knight. I mean, I don't know what we thought was going to happen, but LA Knight wins. He pulls out the victory. But great showing. Got to be a great feeling for Kaiser over there in Germany. Shouts out to him. Then we get more of the Black Wolves. Apollo Crews, Baron Corbin out there trying to do some work, trying to put on a great show. They lose to Los Gaza. Still a decent tag match. I don't know what they're building out of that. Are they trying to make the Gato del Fantasma stronger? We get the Black Wolves taking another loss. This is not their real name, but I'm calling them this for now. But man, they always look good together, Apollo and Baron Corbin. So hopefully they can put something together. Maybe actually get into the tag team hunt. This kind of goes against my rule about putting two people together and making them a tag team. But if they actually going to form an actual tag team, I'm down with it. But yeah, man. Yeah, they point out. So we get into talking about KO. Set up the match for the following night between KO, Cody Rhodes for the WWE Undisputed Championship. And I feel like this whole storyline about can you really trust Kevin Owens is a misdirection for everyone to really take our eyes. And because I've been talking about how much I want to see Orton versus Cody Rhodes. That's the real storyline for me. And right now, Orton and Cody are friends. They got the history together, legacy. Bringing them back together, so is it really KO that Cody can't trust? It's going to be Orton. That's what I feel like. I feel like it's going to be Orton. He's going to be turning, at some point, and I feel like I get into that even more on Bash of Berlin. But I think that's just what it is. It's trying to make us think that KO is possibly going to turn, because he shows history, he has that in the past. But I think we're going to get with Orton turning. So I don't know, man. What do you guys think? How do you guys feel about the possibility of Randy Orton turning? Or maybe they could be right. Maybe KO at some point might turn. What do you guys think and feel about that? We get another Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes. We in part 4 of this month. Another phenomenal match. I felt this was just a spot fest. Spanish flies, all type of crazy moves. Corkscrew moves off the top rope to outside. Just craziness, man. Like, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for the Andrade versus Melo series, man. I don't know how long they're gonna go. Will the next match be the end of this feud? Will they do best of 7? But your boy Carmelo Hayes, him pulls out the victory. He knows it's 2-2. So you gotta have a tiebreaker. Or, like I said, if they're going to best of 7, we'll see what's gonna happen. But do you guys want to see best of 5 or a best of 7 between Andrade and Carmelo Hayes? Let me know. Keeping it real short, this Smackdown episode, man. Like, we know this is kind of like a filler episode to get you over to Bash of Berlin. We end the night with Michin versus Nia Jax in a street fight. Michin channeling her inner Bad Bunny with a shopping cart full of toys, dangerous weapons, kendo sticks, trash cans, ready to come out and do some work against Nia Jax. I think we already knew that Nia Jax was going to win because it's Nia Jax, and she's being booked to be as being dominant, and this is the type of matchup that we need for Michin against Nia Jax to kind of pull off the size difference, to kind of make it equal. Make it no disqualification, make it a street fight. There was a turning point during the match where both Nia and Michin laid out. And then Tiffy, you hear that Tiffy time comes out, and she comes out running with the briefcase like she's about to cash in. Slides into the ring, and then he hit Michin in the face with it. Looks like she's about to cash in. Nia pops up like, "What are you doing, man?" And then then Tiffany was like, "No, I'm just here to, knock out Michin again before he knocks her out," and pulls Nia on top of 1, 2, 3. Nia Jax retains. But that's really the underlying story there is, at some point, Tiffany Stratton is going to cash in. And the storyline, they kind of like, it's been put out there, the seed's been planted by Chelsea Green, that Tiffany's just waiting to the right opportunity to stab Nia in the back and cash in and become women's champion. Like I said before, I think it's only a matter of time before Charlotte Flair comes back. The queen of WWE, right? And so then we get Charlotte comes back, have a match against Nia. Another scenario where both of them are down, and you hear the Tiffany time music comes again, and then Tiffany Stratton comes out and cashes in. And maybe it could be another thing the way Tiffany comes out and looks to aid Nia Jax, and might not actually betray Nia Jax, but still, it is a betrayal because she's going to steal the championship. So she might hit Charlotte Flair in the face, or 1, 2, 3, new champion Tiffany Stratton. I think that's coming. I think that's how this plays out. We got Bad Blood. We got Survivor Series. We got, I think, Crown Jewel. I don't think there's anything in December. And I think we got Day 1 and then Royal Rumble in February. Would they make it to February? I don't know. But we also got this big episode of SmackDown coming. No, I can't see Tiffany. That is not happening. That's too soon for Nia. Let's shoot for Day 1. No, Day 1 probably be a Raw thing. Let's shoot for Royal Rumble. Tiffany Stratton cashes in at Royal Rumble. In the match between Nia Jax and Charlotte Flair. That's what I'm seeing. That's how I'm feeling about that. But that wraps up SmackDown for that night. But there's one little promo that we got. I don't want to say really little, but you get the Bloodline promo talking about, hey, DIY, Street Profits, y'all want to stick y'all nose in the Bloodline business. So next week, it's for you guys versus the Bloodline. You got, I don't know, what kind of seemed like interesting too was Jacob went to go put the Ulufala over Solo. So I was like, no, I'm still talking. He tried to did the old school like James Brown with put the cape over him, the robe over him, and he was like, nah, I gotta get back up and talk some more. But I don't know if there's something else to where another shot at Jacob kind of thing, you know. But we'll see. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but we see how that plays off. But next week we got 8-man tag. We know the Bloodline is gonna win that, but still, it's gonna be great to see all 4 of them back wrestling together, because we haven't seen that yet, and I think this is a prelude to War Games when we get Bloodline versus Bloodline, which I can't wait for. But yeah, man, how you guys are feeling about that? Excuse me. We're gonna get into Bash of Berlin once again. Germany on fire. We, the U.S. fans, need to step it up with the energy. I know you guys see how when WWE goes overseas, and just because WWE doesn't go over there as often, or it's, like I say in Germany's case, 27 years, right? Because there's been like a premium event or any kind over there. They go over there and you see these fans, like they just taking over, not really hijacking the show in a bad way, but just taking over the show with this energy. Like they, from the start of the show to the end of the show, chants, cheers, the wave, everything. Like you could just feel it through the screen. And I don't know, I love that, man. Like I think that's the best part of being at a live event is the energy of all the people around there, you know. So we here in the States definitely gotta step it up, because I feel like it could make WWE want to do even more events overseas, and that takes away stuff from over here in the States. Like I ain't got no passport yet to be trying to travel overseas and go all the way out to Germany. I can't speak no German. You know, did you see WWE? I see the Trinidad flag dude on ringside, man. Maybe I need to get a passport, get it together, but this was happening, man. Like, we need the energy up out here in the States for everything. But we get in the first match of the night. Kick it off. Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Undisputed Championship. That boy back there. And like I say before, I really didn't expect much out of the match besides it being a really good match. Because KO ain't no slouch. Cody Rhodes ain't no slouch. I knew they were gonna be bring it, put together a real good match. Just not the storyline or the match that I really wanted to see, you know. But KO pulling out the moves, the senton off the top rope, off the rope, crazy. I'm gonna say it now, man. The crossroads is a terrible move. It is trash. I remember Roman hit the crossroads on Cody, and Cody kicked out. He was saying, man, this move is horrible. Everyone kicks out this move. This move is garbage. And I mean, you're right, man. This move is trash. But I don't know, man. There was part in the match when Cody, quote unquote, hurt his knee, and KO was conflicted with what to do. Should he go after the knee? Should he powerbomb Cody on the ring apron like he used to do dudes? And he lost that killer instinct. I don't know if they're trying to put that back into Kevin Owens, make him be like this ruthless and aggressive like that, kind of willing to do whatever it took to win a match. I don't know, but since he failed to do so and had that edge, that killer instinct, that ice water in his veins, Cody Rhodes picks up the victory. Still, your WWE Undisputed Champion, Cody Rhodes. On to the next one. Hopefully, it's Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes coming up soon. That's what we need in our lives. We get into WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match between Isla and Alba, between, I'm just calling them Unholy Union, but Alba and Isla versus Dakota Storm, Jade and Bianca Belair. Not particularly the best match of the night, but still decent in my opinion. We get to the end. I mean, nothing really stood out. I just feel like the chemistry isn't really there between the two teams, like you would hope for it to be. Cold Storm put out the victory. They're back as being the women's tag team champions. Excuse me. We'll see what happens now. Will this be? Well, now here we go try to predict again, right? Put on my 10-4 hat. We know, or as I'm talking back to myself, I want Jade Cargill to turn on being Bianca Belair. I think Jade would be a better heel than Bianca could be. But would that be the loop that they would throw us for, with the idea that everyone is expecting Jade to probably turn and Bianca turns? That'd be different, right? But I want Jade to turn. Don't know when that's possible or when that's going to happen. Do they keep the titles to Rumble too? And they build some feud. They lose the titles at Rumble. They end up in the Women's Royal Rumble. One of them throws the other one out. This creates some type of thing, and then maybe this leads to the match at WrestleMania between the two. Because I think this is what WWE wants, is the WrestleMania match between Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill coming up. And who wins out of that match? I think Bianca is on the streak, but she hasn't lost at WrestleMania. So would this be her first loss at WrestleMania? Who knows? Let's see. We get into the next match. This heated rivalry that's been going on for, I feel like, over a year, in a sense. We had a match at SummerSlam between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. Seth Rollins, special guest referee. CM Punk loses. Can't get his bracelet back. But he still got beef. He's feeling like John Wick out here. They ain't killed his dog. His dog is still alive, though. But the dog, the bracelet is the dog in this scenario. Whatever. He wants his bracelet back. He's out to get revenge on Drew McIntyre by any means necessary. And those means are to strap both of them together, arm by arm, wrist by wrist. This big old leather strap in a strap match in Bash of Berlin, where they're just gonna whip each other until the other man can't take it anymore. I won't say Punk necessarily looked horrible in SummerSlam, but it was a long time since seeing him even just wrestle in general, especially in WWE, and then we saw him have a few matches in AEW, but he kind of got hurt or whatnot. So he's back, and I think this was a good matchup to have Punk in a stipulation match, just to kind of knock out some of the more of the ring rust, get some of the timing back together, and you can hide a lot of stuff in just being hardcore, whooping someone with a strap, right? Good match. You saw some claymores. You saw about 5 or 6 go to sleeps. Had a cool moment, a funny moment where Drew McIntyre was carrying Punk around, was tapping the top of the turnbuckle, turning light green. As he was doing so, Punk was tapping him too. And I thought that would have been the way Punk would have won. I'm happy that didn't play out that way, because there was a little hiccup, a little, messed up with it, a little botch. But the way it did end with a go to sleep from almost every turnbuckle that Punk had tapped. He gave Drew McIntyre a go to sleep. CM Punk hits the fourth one in a row. He wins. Well, he gets his bracelet back, hits it. He wins. CM Punk. And I know this at the end of that, we gotta go to Bad Blood. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Bad Blood. How you guys feel about that match at Bash of Berlin, the strap match? Are you guys looking forward to another match between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre? Let me know. Comment below. We're gonna go get into the Terror Twins, Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest versus the Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio, Liv Morgan. Sounds crazy, but hey, this is what we had in life, right? Comes out. Loving Dom Mysterio. It kind of reminds me of a Psychosis get up. No, not Psychosis. I think La Parka get up outfit with the skeleton or whatnot. So that was cool to see. Uh, Damian Priest doing crazy, just I thought it was gonna be almost a squash match in the beginning. He was just dog walking Dominic all through the ring, punching him, laying him out. Liv being sneaky and conniving, helping out, taking cheap shots on Damian Priest. Rhea gets in. She starts going crazy. I was looking forward to Rhea possibly giving Dominic the riptide at some point. But like I say, man, she got a couple clothesline on Dom. That was cool. Liv has some decent moves too, man. It was like a domino stretch, like bomb, kind of power bomb type of thing. I love the interference with Judgment Day because, like I say, it made it feel like no matter what, I was thinking like the Terror Twins was gonna win, and I think that's what a lot of people thought. But when the Judgment Day came in and interfered, and I'm like, oh man, with Dom Mysterio and Liv Morgan actually beat Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest right now, that would be crazy. It'd be the total shock that I wasn't expecting to happen. But that wasn't the case. We got to see a doubles Razor Edge. I wanted to see a double Riptide, but that was cool, man. It was a good match. I enjoyed it so much. I love how dominant Damian Priest is being booked. Taking out pretty much all the Judgment Day. Well, Rhea did help too. I mean, they're just doing work out there, man. And then even watching Rhea out there help Damian Priest with the Judgment Day. 4 dudes out there, and then you get Rhea and Damian out there doing work against them. Leads me to believe even more that we're going to get Dominic Mysterio versus Rhea Ripley at some point. I don't know when, but I feel like at some point that's what we're going to get, and I'm looking forward to it. Or you guys looking for it, but the Terror Twins pulled out the victory at Bash at Berlin. Now we're going to get Damian Priest versus Finn Balor, Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. That's how it's going to play out, man. I'm here for it. Can't wait to see. Let's get into the final match of the night. We get Gunther coming out. Well, we get Randy Orton come out. The fans are cheering. They're singing the song. They hearing voices all in their head. They talk to them. They make them do bad things. Decibel levels going crazy up to 113. Wilding out. I think I wrote this down because I thought the decibel levels that they showed on screen were higher for the Randy Orton coming out than it were for Cody Rhodes coming out, which is interesting to me. They get in the ring, they do the introductions. Samantha's going through announcing Randy Orton, introducing Randy Orton, and then you pop up. Cause I'm watching, I'm like, man, this would have been a cool time for Ludwig Kaiser to come out and introduce Gunther in the beginning when he first came down the ring, but I didn't see that. But never fear, never fret. Ludwig was ready. He was in the ring. Asked for when everyone's to give all their gratitude for the ring general, Gunther. So that was cool to see, like that moment, that Imperial moment out here in Germany doing work. Cool, right? Match kicks off, and I'm watching the match, and I won't say that Gunther's boring. He's not high flash. He's not doing high risk maneuvers off the, nothing crazy. It's just solid, like just old school wrestling. And I'm watching the match, this whole match, and watching what Randy Orton's doing. This whole entire time, I'm feeling like, man, Randy Orton is controlling this whole match. And the way he's wrestling like he's the heel in this match. Like he's outside, he's dropping Gunther on a nice announce table 3 or 4 times. You got to steal chairs, steal steps, drops him on there, drops him on the announce table again. There's no count out for some reason. Like there's no rules. They were outside for a good 5 minutes doing work. Orton was out here full heel mode. And he was supposed to be the face. And I feel like that is leading to more down the line. Because he dominated this match. There was some points where Gunther got some chops in or whatnot. And maybe this is the way they were trying to go because Gunther's in his home country and, the fans are going to cheer for him no matter what because that's what they were doing. Excuse me. But it was just interesting to see. This match was nothing like King of the Ring, where I feel like it was the other way around. And Orton was the guy with the uphill battle against Gunther. Gunther had to persevere during this match. And this was unlike any other match I've seen with Gunther in since he's been on the main roster. He's usually the one that's always dominating the match. He doesn't have any losses anyway. But even in the match, like, he's usually always the one up. He might have some parts during the match where, the other guy's coming back. But for the most part, it's always Gunther. And that was unlike that this time. He was a sleeper. So I feel like Gunther's finisher is just whatever. It's just wrestling. His finishing move is just wrestling. He can beat you with a powerbomb. He can beat you with a clothesline. He might beat you with a splash off the top rope, or he might beat you with a sleeper. All solid wrestling moves. So any given moment, Gunther has maybe 4 or 5 different finishers that he can hit you with, and the match is over. But that's how the match ended, man. He put Randy Orton to sleep, and that was it. And then they got up and they shook hands, and still, your World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther. I don't know, man. My feelings on his first title defense. I mean, it was solid. How can you, it was a good match. Maybe I wanted more out of the match, and I was definitely surprised that Randy Orton was kind of wrestling as a heel during this match. Like I said, it could be setting up for more things down the line for when he actually turns heel. But yeah, man, that was Bastard Berlin. Pretty predictable, I would say. Like I said, I really would have been surprised if Dom and Liv would have won against the Taylor Twins. That would have been a shocker. Not so surprised about Bianca and Jay winning again. I think I would have liked to have seen a little bit more out of that match. If it's up to me. But yeah, man. As I just look at it, yeah. Kevin Owens versus Cody. We knew that. We knew Cody was gonna win. Nothing too surprising out of that match. They hug and shake hands again at the end of the match too. Punk and Drew. Knew Punk had to go win, get his one up. The rubber match would be at Bad Blood. I think it'd be another stipulation match. I don't think it'd be another just 1-on-1 wrestling match. It's gonna be a stipulation match. I don't know, Hell in a Cell. We'll see. But yeah, man, that was Bastard Berlin, man. And I think if this was a PLE in States, it probably would have been like a 6 out of 10. Because it was overseas, and for me, that's just a big thing with the energy and the people, and you just feeling, I'm going to say it was like a 7.5, 8 for me. Just because of the energy. Without that, German fans, you guys did your thing. You made a big impact. Definitely can see WWE coming back there again in the future for some more live events, more PLEs. So, hats off to you guys out there in Germany. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, man, that's the show. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy Labor Day. Check out my What If from last week. Scott Hall versus Razor Ramon. The bad guy versus the bad guy. See who won out of that. Check me out on Table Ladders and Bumps. Doing good things. Entertaining. Having fun. Talking about wrestling stuff. And if you made it here to the end, make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Hit it right now. Till next time. Adios. Peace. I'm burping in the mic. Ow.